Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to mount the NyloNove pads on Gotway Nikola Plus. So here you have the NyloNove. Okay, so I'm going to show you this is the NyloNove new pads, and here you have the original one. So you can compare the size. Definitely it's a little bit lighter, yes, than that one. So then it looks cooler, of course, yeah, definitely. But so I want you just to show how to mount it, because the owner of the NyloNove told me it's 5 minutes, but definitely it's not 5 minutes in my case. So I want you just to show one of them is just already mounted. Yeah, so this I'm going just to show you how to mount the second one. So in order just to do it, I will start with unmounting the original one. So this is the hex key number 5. So I will just unmount the first screw. Of course, you can use more efficient, so by using the electric tool here. So the first one is now ready. So now we'll just unscrew the second one. So now I'm going just to unmount that one. Okay, so now it's ready. Now I will unmount the pedal like that. And there's a pin. You do not need the pins actually, because in NyloNove there are pins, so you do not need it at all. Okay, so now it's ready, and now let's go to NyloNove. So there are screws exactly the same size. So first screw, okay. The second one, okay, and I will unmount the pin like that. So now it's ready. Here I can put the pads. So what is the real problem is just to mount it correctly here. So maybe I will show you one small trick. When you just have this part, the problem is that it's really hard to mount it when it is located like that, in this position, yeah? Definitely it's better just to do it better like in this position, okay? In this position, just start to mount it like that, not like that. Okay, in this position, you know, the holes are not just aligned together. So in this location, it will be much better. So I will do it again. So I will put like that. 2 parts here, in that location, that one and that one. Okay, now I am just centering everything. Just to center that and that. Okay. Now it's centered. So now we will put the part. Okay. First one is ready. Okay. So now I'm returning back to the opposite location, like that. Okay, so now I will try to find the hole. Correctly. And it's ready. Okay, so now it's ready. So now I'm just going to use the screw. Okay, one. As you can see, it's not very easy like that, so it's just better just to do it manually in the end of connecting together. Will be better. Okay, now the second one. Let's do it like that. Okay, the second one. Okay, it's ready. And now it's completely ready. I think so. Let's check it. Does it move a little bit? Yes, it can be, but this is acceptable. Absolutely. So okay. Okay, so some additional thing. My NyloNove Pads have the option just to modify the angle of the pedals. So there are two screws here which actually just extend this screw here in this location, so you can just move it up and down. So what you have to be conscious about this thing, I am just using the hex key number 4. It's very tough, it's very heavy just to move this screw, so you have to be gentle about it. But what you have to be conscious that if you want to regulate it correctly, so I was just asking the owner of the NyloNove, so the best way is just to move a piece of paper and check if it's moved on one position on the second position, yeah? It's just to check it, and if there is some movement on the left, so you can just modify the screw and extend it a little bit, yes, just to keep the paper, yes, now it keeps. And what you have to be also think about is just not to destroy the shell. Just the owner of NyloNove told me just to move such kind of, as you can see in the furniture, you can use such kind of, let's say, gentle part, which you can use just to avoid destroying the shell by this steel pin. Yeah? So now it's safe. Yeah? So it's a good way just to find the pin which are the has the biggest, are the longest, and they just touch the shell. This way you can secure it. Yeah. So it's much better just to do this. So that's all. So we'll see how it works like, yeah, how it works during the ride. But then, anyway, actually, this is what I want to share with you, because definitely, in my opinion, it's not 5 minutes just to mount it, you know. It's not so easy. Of course, generally, the idea is easy, yeah, but the wheel is heavy and you have to rotate it one to another side, so this is what I want to share with you. This NyloNove Pads and Gotway Nikola Plus. Okay, so my first thoughts about the NyloNove Pads is I just covered about 1 kilometer, something like that. So it's really small. But anyway, the first feedback is very important. Actually, if you want to have cheap suspension, this is the answer. Because actually I really feel much softer when I just cover some bumps or just sharp edges on the pavement, something like that. So this is a big difference. The second thing which I see here is that my angle now, which I have now, is I think a little bit too big actually. So it's not very comfortable for me. So when you sit here like that, I don't know if it's visible, but this is for me too sharp actually. So I have to change it a little bit to smaller one. But I think this is of course definitely very personal feeling here, because I just heard from many riders that they just prefer bigger angle, yes, than smaller. So maybe I'm not so actually experienced, let's say. Yeah, so this is really good. And of course the grip is really big. But anyway, what I was afraid about that I cannot move my feet on this, but I can gently. When you just lighten it a little bit, you can move, yes, if you want. So it's not that you are just completely snapped to the pad. No, definitely not. So if you want, you can do this. This is very also what I see. It's much lighter just to close it and open. This is definitely much better here than the original one. So that's the good point also. And what else? The price is horrible, but everyone knows about it. So that's obvious. That is horrible price. But anyway, what is also nice that I think is very good. It's really good looking. Yeah. So as you can see, this upgrade according to the view of my Nikola, it's definitely much better. It looks really nice. But when I am just talking about some, I don't know, it's wider. No, it's definitely not a point for me. Yeah? It's wider. It's lighter, good looking, some kind of replacement according to the suspension, and that's all. Yeah. But I'm really happy about it. Yeah, we'll see how it works in the future.